Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am back, man. Another great weekend of sports. Hope you caught the Super Bowl. It was a great game. Um, it was all that it was cranked up to be. But I want to talk a little basketball. I want to talk some NBA. Let's talk about this Nets Philadelphia situation. Let's talk about it because I feel like uh, they're playing the blame game when it comes to this trade. And I have a little bit different perspective on the whole situation. Um, so it seems like a lot of the Nets players are coming out and kind of pointing the finger at James Harden, basically like almost like he was a cancer in the locker room. And it's kind of easy to point the finger when somebody's already gone, or you know what I'm saying, they moved on or they got traded or whatever the case may be. My take on it is slightly different. As far as uh, who the blame probably should go on, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that Harden was perfect in this situation by no means, because Harden has shown in certain situations, like when he was trying to get out of Houston and stuff like that, how he had some issues when he was trying to get out, and you know what I'm saying, get traded or get moved on. But my thing is, the person that I kind of didn't want to hear anything from was Kyrie Irving. That was the person that I feel like the audacity for Kyrie to even hint that James Harden was any type of problem. Out of all the players that played for that organization at this time when all this stuff was going on, that was the one person that I felt probably needed to be silent on this particular situation. Was Kyrie Irving. And I feel like that Kyrie was the common denominator in this whole situation. Um, and I could break it down for you because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving was the ones that's kind of signed off on that trade for Harden to come to Houston. Um, I believe that had they said no, you know, he wouldn't be able to fit in with our concept or some, to that to that concept. I believe they never make that trade in the first place. I believe that trade never gets made. So he comes in. They don't get to play that many games the first year because of injury and things of that sort. We all see what happened in the playoffs. They get knocked out. So we come to this year, and Kyrie doesn't get the vaccination. Totally his choice, right? But the Nets say, hey, we can't have you as a part time player, and they decide to not play Kyrie at all. They're playing Harden and Durant. Now, at this present time, if you go back and check my videos, I had said a while back that Harden, in my humble opinion, he just didn't look as engaged as I seen him before. Because the way his demeanor was, he wasn't engaged as he was as I seen him in Houston or with the Thunder for that matter. Early in his career, he just wasn't as engaged. Um, and I feel like he was bamboozled. He was told something that it didn't go that way once he got to the organization. He was told it would be like that. We would run, um, you know, sets like this way, offensive sets this way. Once he got there, and it never came to fruition. I feel like Kyrie was a big uh, contributor to it not turning out the way it be. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Kevin Durant, I blame him not as much, but almost just as much as I blame um Kyrie Irving, because Kevin Durant, to me, his leadership skills is in question. It doesn't seem like he's a player that want to lead. He just want to hoop. He just want to hoop. he doesn't seem that vocal to me. Um, he just, as far as like leadership, he doesn't seem that engaged. I think a lot of stuff he could have stopped before it got to the point where it was. But nevertheless, I feel like like I said, the one person I felt like should not have had anything to say because of his situation and what he had going on was Kyrie, man. I feel like he's about 60 to 70% of what the issue was with the Nets because last year when they was playing, when they played together, they look dominant, very dominant, unstoppable. But as time went on, with the mandate and the Nets hoping that the government lift the mandate, and that's wishing on the star. And up to this point, it hasn't happened. So, um, I just feel that he was a determining factor on how that whole situation started to shift in a negative light. And I don't feel like he's gonna take responsibility for anything. He's never have. Kyrie's never really took responsibility for anything that I felt that he should have. He has a track record at this point, and I do feel like with him being kind of unpredictable, that Harden move is gonna play out in a significant way as time goes. Getting Ben Simmons in the trade, great trade. Getting Seth, great. Um, Getting Drummond, great. I do feel like because he's so unpredictable, I feel like that at any point he can just, walk off, retire. He's just so unpredictable, and I feel like KD is in a bad spot. I do. I feel like he's in a bad spot. I feel like I give Kyrie a few more years, and I don't think he will be in the NBA anymore any longer. And that's just my personal opinion about the whole situation. But I just feel at this point that uh, I have to put the majority on the blame on Kyrie. Does Harden deserve some of the blame? Absolutely. But I have to put the majority of the blame on Kyrie Irving. I just do. That's how I feel. Um, I felt that he blindsided his team, and things never got to it. They never put it on track. So that's my 2 cents about the whole situation. I hope it works out for both teams. Like I said, I am a Kyrie fan, but the thing is the truth is the truth, and in my opinion, he had no or he had no business speaking on that matter. With as much as he has going on and has had going on for the last few months since this pandemic stuff started and since the season has started. So that's my 2 cents. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That's pretty much all I got, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, and I'm gone.